So how does your mind work? Well, your mind is that part of you, that part of your consciousness, which is the one that's creating the thoughts, that has the beliefs. It's the one that is the consciousness, is your awareness, that you can say, I know I exist. But science has not been able to show, even up to now, where the mind rests. Where is the mind? If I were to ask you, point to your mind, where would you point? Yes, and that's what a lot of people do, is they point to their brain. But the brain is actually more like a semi-conductor. The brain is like a computer chip which processes the thoughts that are sent to the brain, and then the brain takes the processes and, using electrical signals, sending information through the nervous system, communicates with the rest of our body so that we can move, talk, close our eyes, etc. But the mind itself is really an anomaly because we don't actually know where it rests. So we're going to refer to the mind here as separate from the brain, because it's clear that the brain is a separate organ. The brain is this semiconductor, or the computer chip, that is communicating and processing the information, which are the thoughts and the beliefs of the mind, and sending the messages to the body in order to fulfill the actions that the mind wants to achieve. So if I would compare that to a limousine, or even an Uber. But let's look at the example of the limousine. In the example of the limousine, there's three distinct parts to a limousine. There's the part in the back, right, which is where the passenger sits. There's the part in the middle, which is where the driver sits. And there's the part in the front, which is the engine. Now, who controls this limousine? Is it the passenger in the back? Is it the driver in the middle? Or is it the engine? We could say that it's the engine that controls the limousine, because the engine gives the power for the limousine to move. But that would only be part of it, because although the engine does give the power, it can't move until somebody gives information, or controls the steering wheel and the gas and the brake, in order for that engine to move the vehicle along the road in a specific way. But even if it's a limousine driven by a chauffeur, there is still someone else who's giving the information on where that driver should go. The person in the back, or the passenger, is the one who is giving the information. It's the one who's giving the directions. He's saying, take me to the restaurant, take me to the opera. The passenger in the back sends the information to the driver. The driver says, okay, he wants to go to the opera. Got it. I'll think about it. Processes the information. I see. I got to go down the street, go down to the highway, go east, and then back up Yonge Street. Okay, got it. And then, when the driver has taken that information and processed it, at that moment, he takes control of the car. Maybe he starts the engine, puts it in drive, presses the brake or the gas to get the car, the limousine, moving. So if we were to compare that to the body is like the engine of the car. The body is like the engine of the car. The brain is like the driver of the car, processing the information. And the mind is like the passenger, who's creating the thoughts and the ideas and sending them to the brain, which is sending it to the body. So in order for us to use our minds most efficiently, when we understand that it's the thoughts that create all of the actions that our body takes, then we're able to actually make a change. So the first place that you want to look at whenever you want to make a change in your life, a transformation, is to get clear about what are the thoughts that you are thinking. If you want to get more information about how you can do that, then check here, or maybe it's over here, but there's going to be a video on the website, on the channel, that you can click to, and it'll tell you a little more detail about how that works.
If you would like to watch more videos like this, then please subscribe to my channel below. Once again, my name is Stephen Dobos, and you can download a free centering exercise. The information is in the description box below.